You are such a disappointment. Hey guys, it's Lizzie, and today I'm going to review my Barasuishou Pullip. As you know, she arrived broken, but the sellers agreed to send us new hands. If you're wondering why she has hands, it's, well, they are broken, as you can see. My mom and I just glued her back together temporarily. Her other hand is actually broken as well. Let me see if I can show you. It's really hard to see, but both of her hands are broken. They don't bend. Yeah, it's really hard to see. See there, you can see the chip. Yeah. Now her hands are full on broken. She had to be glued back together. But the doll herself, with everything else, is actually fine. Her clothes are in great condition, although I will admit they did stain some of the white lace. Now, she comes with a metallic Rozen Maiden stand, and her boots are actually pretty nice. Compared to Karakishu's, there is a difference. Now, I have her next to Karakishu because, well, this is where she stands on the shelf. She's an imposter to Karakishu, but also I can compare the two. For starters, Barasuishou's roses are purple, and she has, like, little crystals underneath. In the anime, those were, they're, sharp crystals, because, well, she killed Shinku with the crystals. Oh my god, the garage. My room's right above the garage, so this is weird to me. Her hair is like a silvery, purplish color. Mostly silver, I'd say. And, she comes with this crystal spear. It's kind of blue around some parts, in my perspective. Like, even when I hold it against the wall, it still has a blue tint to it. It's kind of bent. See, it's a little bent out of shape. But it's still pretty nice. Now, since she can't bend her wrist, I can't properly make her hold it, so I'm just going to set that down. She included a spring, by the way. This is the worst review I've ever done. Underneath her skirt, she's got these purple pantyhose things. And underneath those, she's got white stockings, like any typical Rozen Maiden. She's got purple bows wrapped around this part, on her sleeves and stuff. And she's got lace underneath. And she has this purple flower right here. As for her eye patch, I let the ribbons show because she doesn't actually need her eye patch. It falls off in the end, and she had no use for wearing it. She's not missing an eye or anything. The rose is actually made out of tightly wound ribbon and lace. So now that I've gone over the doll, let's go over the box. I promise I will never do a review like this again, okay? The dolls will always start out in the box, and I will prove that as soon as my newest doll arrives. Barasuishou was actually supposed to be my birthday gift, which, you don't have to wish me a happy birthday yet, because my birthday isn't until January 28th. My mom was going to let me have her, though, already, because I already knew about her. See? That's how bad it's supposed to look. Oh, hey, I did put that part back on in the right place. Yeah, this doll was falling apart entirely. Like, this, purple part on the back, it fell off. Like, it was glued on really poorly, and just straight up fell off the moment I took her out of the box. My mom helped me unbox her, luckily. She has all the usual warnings, including, but instead of it's saying Groove Inc., it says Jun Planning because she was made in 2007, meaning that this doll is now 10 years old. It says Rozen Maiden Tromend on the front, Jun Planning, and I believe these symbols mean Barasuishou. Like these four right here. The rest of it, I don't know what that means. I think that might mean Rozen Maiden. I don't know. So there's nothing much to look at in the box, but the moment we unboxed her, the wire around her waist, it had turned purple from her clothes, and that was pretty funny. Let me see if I can find your eye mechanisms. Eesh. Yeah, her eyes work normally, and they are a bit of a yellowish color. Not as yellow, well, Karakishu's are more of a yellow-green. Hers are more of like a full-on yellow. And her eyes do close, but they don't stay closed because she's from 2006, which is, not 2006, 2007, which is before Groove added the sleep function. Her face-up is pretty nice, and I like the way her eyebrows look. I never really talk about the face-ups, but honestly, I've never gotten a Pullip doll with a face-up I didn't like. One of the big things about Pullips is I have to like the way their face looks, which is one of the big reasons why I chose the So Seiseki and Su Seiseki that I did. I like the way their faces look. I like the way their outfits look. They look cool. Also, I like the watering can and the scissors. Those are a necessity. As for Barasuishou, this is the only version of her there is. She wasn't even supposed to be in the show. She's not a real character. Like, Chomend, I've heard, is non-canon, which is why Barasuishou existed. Because Barasuishou, I'm going to use this to point at her, is actually an imposter doll, as I've mentioned. She was nowhere to be seen in the manga and was only added because they needed more content for the anime. Apparently they couldn't just add in Karakishu, they had to make an imposter of her. Although, I do like the way they did Barasuishou. Now let me go grab her card and I can read her feel like so. Her card reads as follows. I'm doing this purely out of memory, by the way. How poor, weak, and pitiful you are. I will break you. And after all the dots, it says feel like so. Her product number is F-571, and her name Barasuishou is written down there. And all these little things, like with the dots in between, I believe these symbols are the things that the doll includes. And again, I don't really know. There's not much on the back, but if you compare her card to any other Pullip doll's card, all of the writing on the back is exactly the same. Just a quick note about Barasuishou before I wrap up this review. Now, as I mentioned, both of her wrists actually ended up being broken, and the seller has decided to be nice and send us new arms for her. But this actually is not the seller's fault, and my judgment was false. Well, false. I ended up being wrong. Now, I actually read up on the Pullip Style website that Barasuishou's plastic is much weaker than any of the other third body types. Shinku was fine because she was made after 2008, but these two, all they had was like some minor cracks. I mean, that's her. You were fine. You had no issues. I don't even like you that much in the anime, and yet you're like the best conditioned one. Whatever. So, actually that's one of the risks of ordering Barasuishou. Even when she was brand new, she could still arrive like mine did. So for that reason, I don't recommend getting her because you might end up getting a bad Barasuishou. Now, there are some conditions or rare occurrences where you may get a good Barasuishou, but I don't recommend it because they don't make third body type Pullips anymore, and I don't know, she'd look weird having just... It's hard to rebody Pullips, okay? Like, the 4th generation body is, like, one of the best ones because it's more posable and stuff, but I don't know. Just, if you do want to get Barasuishou, she does kind of sell for a lot compared to some of the other Rozen Maidens that I've got, but, overall, just be careful if you want to get her. She's a really nice doll if you do. Her clothes seem to be made of a suede material, and, her arms did not stain because of this inner lacy stuff. I don't know how to talk today, so I'm just gonna call everything stuff. So, yeah, that's Barasuishou for you. Also, since her stand is flat compared to other Rozen Maiden stands, and the fact that Karakishu's got, like, these huge heels on her boots, she's pretty short. I mean, look at this! Karakishu and the others, they're huge. And then, like, you know, actually, I've noticed that the third body type Pullips seem to be shorter than normal ones. Shinku looks tall because she's got this stand. I'm sure if these two had those stands, they'd seem the same height, but it just seems like the third type ones are shorter. Then again, she's got this stand. Wait, actually, I think Alla's seem shorter than the others. Let me test my theory. Alla's wearing the same shoes as Karakishu with the heels and all. And she's short? Wow. I don't know. Might just depend on the doll you get. Her hair is so long, it actually goes off the shelf. This is hilarious. Well, thank you guys so much for watching my Barasuishou review, and I will see you in my next one, which should be soon. And when I replace her arms and she's fully mobile, I will update you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, bye!